Hey guys, how's it going? This is Luke G here from Next Level Gaming Guides, and I was just kind of running through the Jade Forest and I found this place right here, and I thought it was pretty interesting the way the sky was all crazy with the clouds and stuff, and how there's like Georgia peach trees around here for no reason. A lot of stuff just doesn't make sense, and then I queued up to try and do an instance, and while I was messing around on this, actually it popped up, and I thought that the looking for dungeon thing was kind of messed up on the beta server, but apparently it's good to go through. Now I am using a pre-made character, as I've mentioned in other videos, so don't look for crazy crits and amazing DPS and going full out. This is a learning experience, first time I've done this instance, and this loading screen is particularly long, so I'll try and keep you amused by talking to you. But yep, so I decided to get on here and do some leveling and check out this dungeon for you and show you some clips and some tricks, and pretty much so when you go through you kind of are a little more familiar on what to expect, and you get to see some items. Now the items that drop in here are like 410 items, and they're blue. They disenchant into heavenly shards, which is cool. I do end up dying twice in here. We don't wipe it all through the whole thing, but I died twice in here, and both times are because I had no idea how the mechanic worked, how things worked. The first time I die is we were killing this elemental, and because I'm a melee character, I was standing right beside it, and they explode, and then they put like this like mist on the ground, and it looks like friendly mist. It doesn't look like it'd be bad or anything like that, and it actually ended up killing me, and I didn't even notice my health. This guy right here, I don't think he's supposed to be in here. This Tauren in the beginning, he's kind of a joke character, and when you open him up you can repair with him, and he also will sell you inscription items, which is crazy, like glyphs and stuff, as you can see right there. And you can repair, and he does this like crazy little animation where he does like this little chicken animation, whatever. So this, from what I know, this is actually the entrance to the instance. It may be that other area that we just saw a second ago, but from right here, this is what I'm seeing. Alright, so pretty much the instance is pretty straightforward. It's not very hard or anything. They may scale it up, they may scale it down, I don't know, but this is the first instance that you will encounter while leveling through the Jade Forest. And you know, they got these little guys here. We've seen these kind of mobs before. We've seen these elemental mobs before. We're just kind of reusing stuff. And right here, this is where I skipped ahead there because the tank went AFK for like 5 minutes, which was awesome. But anyways, to kill this guy, this is where I died the first time. Just so you know, it's a learning experience for you. And there we go, and he drops this mist on the ground. I'm just like, you know, DPSing the other guy, whatever, you know. I thought one's down, one to go, and my health just goes down really fast, and the healer didn't even know about this, so he didn't really give me that many heals. The tank ends up dying too, but it's okay because we have enough left over to finish this. As you can see in my comment here, I had no idea that you shouldn't stand in that. Usually you don't stand in fire, but I guess in Mist of Pandaria, you don't stand in mist, because mist is bad. It's where it traps the pandas. And now, after that's done, I'm just waiting for a res. The reason I'm waiting for a res and not just running back was, at first I thought he was going to res me right away, so that way I could res the tank. And that's what you do. You want to res your resers first. But he reses the tank first. Normally I would run back and not just sit there and be like, come on, res me, come on, get your mana up, come on. I don't really do that usually. But the loading screens take forever on the beta, and I'd have to go like through like three loading screens just to get back to where I am. So it would have taken way too long, and for shooting purposes I didn't actually go ahead and do that. If you notice too, I also turned the volume down in here. I was going to keep it on so you could hear some of the sounds, like some of the bosses talking and doing some of their lore stuff, and be kind of fun and entertaining and stuff like that. But they actually don't. They're like kind of bugged out right now, and some of the bosses are a little buggy too, where you can't they don't really like talk and have like a crazy talking adventure or anything like that. I put on my Seal of Righteousness there because I thought I was going to be AoEing those down, but apparently those ones are already dead. So no big deal there. Now this is the first boss you're going to encounter. I had heard stuff about him before, so I kind of knew how to do this fight to begin with. Alright. So right here, see these little platforms that you're on? You don't want to stand on the water there. Apparently water is bad in this expansion, because you've seen it everywhere. You don't stay on the water. In this guy, what he's going to do in the beginning is he's going to start summoning some elementals for you to fight. And it's kind of the first phase. You can't really DPS him right now, as the tank finds out right there. So we start off killing these guys. And these are the same guys that when they explode, they die. You can't stand in the mist that they leave on the ground. If you do, then you're going to have some troubles, because you're going to go down fast and die quickly. As a paladin, I'm learning the new rotation, how things go, so I'm not 100% perfect on this stuff. But as far as it goes right now, I do have the Eternal Flame thing down there. You can see it down on my F ability. It's the 4th ability on the very bottom left there. And that what it does is it gives you a heal over time. And you build up 3 holy power. I've mentioned it in other videos. And it's a talent that you can get. And I like it because it keeps me alive really easily. Like the hot heal that it does on you is about 14,000 like every time it ticks every 3 seconds. So that's a considerable amount of health. So it makes it easier on my healer to not have to do a lot of healing on me, and it makes it easier on everybody, because then he can use the heals on the tank and all that kind of stuff like that. I also want to make sure I have Inquisition going up at all times, so that's always very important as well. Sometimes I forget about it a couple times in this run that I'm doing here. You just want to keep taking out these, and it's just a phase part. You can see on the right sides there how they're in these little like pools and stuff, these little like wells, and they'll come out of those wells and they'll come after you, and then you just gotta DPS them down. And once you have cycled through all of them, you'll make it to the next phase. And I believe that we're almost there right now. Okay, and there we go. He blows his bubble, turns that off, and now you go in. Now, on this part, it's kind of tricky. He's going to shoot this like water Kaioken, I don't know, Kamehameha something at you, and what you need to do is you need to go on these platforms and go in a clockwise rotation, go circular, keep DPSing and going around and just going. I figured this guy was going to have a lot more health than this, and he actually goes down pretty quickly here, so I actually was really late on popping all my cooldowns. Not that I really needed to, because this fight's really easy. I actually saw a guy on Twitch TV actually solo this as a prot paladin. So I think maybe it's easy right now because they want you to get used to it. Maybe it's going to be this easy. We don't know. So just keep going in a circle. Do not get hit by that, and keep jumping over this water here because it will tick damage on you and kill you. Alright, now it does this little crazy thing where mist goes through the air, and I'm thinking that phase 2 is coming up because that was really fast, but actually that's it. Maybe they'll make some kind of adjustments to it or something, but 83,000 XP, a 410 blue item. It's a male item, can't use that. Looks like they have a new little layout for the way that the loop comes up. It's got like this blue background or whatever. I kind of like it though. I think it looks cool. I went ahead and clicked disenchant because I wanted to see exactly what it disenchanted into. If there's some kind of new mat that is out there, that would be really important. And it gave you heavenly shards. Now, if it's going to stay like that when you get to the actual live play, then I suggest keeping your heavenly shards right now and selling them in the first 2 weeks when the expansion actually hits live, because people are going to need those to start leveling up their stuff. Now, there may be new mats that may just be something they're using for right now because they don't want you to know what the mats are going to be, but who knows? You know, might as well hold on to them anyways and sell them later on. You never know, but I will let you guys know later on in the series if things do change and you get to see mats or anything like that as well. And I'll be checking all the patch notes and everything. I want to go look at the map there, and that's what you see. And it's not a glitch on my end. That's a glitch on the beta. And now that was kind of like wing 1, and now this is like the wing 2 you have to go into. You go into this like little dojo, which looks really cool actually. I really do like Asian stuff, and I think it's a pretty cool little area. Now they got a couple mobs here. They don't do anything that crazy. Some of them do like AoE damage. Nothing too tough. Obviously doing this on like heroic or whatever is going to be a lot harder, but for right now these do not really do that much damage and they go down pretty quickly. I'm pretty much just using my QWER and that's it. Like, I don't really have to do anything special, just take them down and that's about it. Now right here I believe I used Divine Storm just to try it out to see what the AoE damage is kind of like, and it's really not that spectacular. It's not that great. It's okay, but they really need to do something else with Divine Storm. The fact that it costs 3 holy power to unleash the damage on it is just, I feel like it's broken right now. That and the fact that we have the seal of the Hand of Righteous or whatever it's called, that one where you like hit multiple targets. It's down there on my C ability down there. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not really doing the job for me. Now we're fighting a stork or something, and we're just pretty much AoEing these things down. And you know, the people in my group, they don't really have that great of gear, so it's not like we have like this ridiculous gear. Like I said, I am using a pre-made character, and they have really bad gear. They have like 378 gear. So yep. And you just want to keep working your way down there. If you haven't had a chance, take a look at some of the other videos. I do put a lot of beta videos up all the time. I actually am talking to a couple different YouTubers right now about teaming up with them and helping boosting views on our channels and stuff. Maybe doing some podcast stuff and everything like that. Now this is going to be your second boss here. Now what happens here is you have to kill this guy's carpet. I guess he's like making some kind of evil carpet or something, and then he gets mad because you destroyed it, and you run back here, and there's this like guy that spawns, this like, he's a friendly target, this green Tauren guy back here, and he's supposed to like help you defeat this guy. Now I kept the sound on because I thought he'd be speaking right here, which he is, but he's not saying like anything. Like, you can't hear it in the sound in the game, in the ambient sound. He has these 2 ads here that you have to fight. One's name is Strife, and the other one's, I can't remember what his name is, Shriek or something like that. And after a while they'll go immune to damage and you pretty much just switch to the other target. But it's a straightforward fight. They do some AoE damage. You can see the pulsating like orange thing going out. It's like woo, 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 woo. You can see it going out there. That's doing a decent amount of damage. Me just putting my haunt on myself and getting some heals, and I started taking damage there, not because of the AoE, because I actually pulled aggro. And there we go. So the other one was immune. You focus on this one, and this guy will get like pretty low and go immune again, and then we have to switch to the other guy. And I don't think my group actually notices it, that one went immune. But I switched to the other target, and they just keep beating on him. I don't know why. I don't know any of these people, so it's not like they're guild members or anything like that. So I'm DPSing him down. I see this one comes back up. You can start DPSing him again, and I get back on this guy. And you can tell the XP isn't that great, so for right now things may change like crazy, but when beta does hit live, I wouldn't suggest leveling through the dungeons. I wouldn't suggest leveling through this. It's great to do one time to maybe complete all the quests and stuff like that, but I wouldn't suggest it. It's not that profitable as far as XP goes. You do get some 410 items though, which is pretty cool. I actually don't even get any items in this whole run. So I'm gonna do this instance over and over again and see if I can get some cool items that I can showcase off to you guys in future videos. And I'm also gonna do the rest of the dungeons as well. But for right now, because I am level 85 and my gear level is not as high as it should be, this is the only dungeon we're allowed to do right now. I don't believe they unlocked any other ones. Now, the quest helper guy right here, he glitches out. He's supposed to be helping us kill them, but he thinks that this hunter's pet is a target. So he's beating on it. and he glitches out because he's still in like that combat phase, and he's beating on this tiger. So I tell the hunter to dismiss his pet, so that way it will fix this problem. And you see the boss goes and sits back down in the middle there, just meditating. We're waiting for the loot. We don't know what's going on here. It's the first time we've done this. Tell him to dismiss his pet. By the way, that warlock pet is just too freaking huge. They need to scale that down. Alright, so he does that, and now what happens is he runs over to this area, looking like he's about to do something, and he's chasing the hunter around now. And the hunter doesn't know what's going on. I don't even know if the hunter speaks English. You get a lot of these people from other countries on the servers because you're connected to the EU server, the US server, and some of the other ones too. So, alright, now this is the next area we go to, and pretty much these big guys are fighting these little guys, and you come in, you help out, and you have to take down this big guy, and he runs around. These guys don't really do anything special. Now they do die very fast. They may have some more abilities, but this purple stuff they put on the ground here, if you stand in this, you will die. So it does I think 13,000 damage every second to you. I do look at it, and does a considerable amount of damage. After that guy is down, you move on to the next one. Just gotta clear out the whole room. The XP that we're getting is like 30,000 XP per mob, but you have like a huge XP bar all the way till 86, and this guy's not even 86, he's halfway through 85. I haven't been trying to level him or anything like that. I just get on and randomly do stuff every once in a while to try and figure stuff out. And my last video, or one of my last videos that I put out, I actually said I was going to try and race to level 90. So by doing this instance, I'm gathering information. I'm gathering, okay, is this a valid way to level? If it is, maybe I can two-man this with a friend, and we'll just keep rinsing and repeating. But as far as it's looking right now, it does not look like a great way to level. It's going to be too slow and just not that great. Alright, now on this boss, you have this female Pandarian jump down. She looks like Asa in the beginning. She jumps down and she does a couple little tricks here that you need to watch out for. They're not too devastating if you have, you know, some kind of understanding. She puts this fire here and she pushes it to the outside. All you gotta do is just get out of the way of that. We've seen mechanics like that before. And she keeps doing that until she makes it to her next phase. And her next phase is she brings up these like mist clouds, and there's just more of them, and it does kind of the same thing as the fire ones, and they go around everywhere too. You get knocked back. You can see them right here. See, now there's more of them, and they're green, and they leave these like trails on the ground. So now if you stand on this stuff, you're going to take a lot of damage. I end up dying at the end of this one because there's too many of them on the ground, and I wasn't really paying attention too much on my surroundings. I was a little preoccupied with something else while I was doing this fight. And then she turns into a dragon, which is kind of cool looking, you know, and you just DPS it down. It does an AoE ability, which I think is what kills me here. It drops like a damage on the ground, and then it also does like an AoE ability, or maybe I take damage, take aggro here. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. I think how I die is I actually took aggro off of this Pandaren monk here, this tank of ours, because that doesn't look like I stepped in anything. Now he just dropped this 410 gun, which is pretty nice. I'm trying to look at it right now because I'm dead. I'm not able to do that, so I will in just a second. So you can see what it looks like. And I believe the monk actually wins this item to use for his DPS spec or whatever. There we go, and that's the gun. Nothing too spectacular looking. It's okay. Now we're going to buff up and get ready. I did not know this was the last boss, but it is actually the last boss as of right now. It has a lot of health and does a couple, you know, weird things. And a couple of those things are, after a little while it will go into a phase, and what will happen is the boss itself will actually spawn like these shrouds of doubt, and like this darkness doubt like fighters or something, and they will actually come. Now this guy asked if we're ready, and I'm just like, yep. I don't even care. I had no idea what was happening in this fight or anything like that, but that's how you do it. You trial and error. You just get in there, you kill some mobs, and you know, if you fail and you die, that's what the beta is all about. Learning from your mistakes here, just DPSing this guy down. So I do try and get my Inquisition up, get that going, try and get my Eternal Flame stuff up and get that going, and actually blow all my cooldowns because they're on cooldown right now, but I blow my DPS cooldowns just as he goes immune into his phase, which I didn't know he was going to do this, so that's why I popped it. I just hit it right there, and look, now he's immune to stuff, and that's pretty funny because I was like, man, I just wasted that cooldown. But he does spawn these guys, and they get bigger and bigger. I think the longer you take to kill them, the more damage they do. So just DPS them down quickly. They don't have that much health, and they have like 150k health or something like that. They're pretty cool looking, nothing too hard. I pretty much DPS like 3 of them by myself down. So we just take those out. Alright, now after that's done, you can get back on the boss, keep doing damage to him. He does have a decent amount of health, so take that in consideration. Our healer actually almost dies in this fight. I almost had to like bop her or something, or heal her or something like that, because she started taking some damage. I think maybe this tank's just not that great, but then again, it is a Pandaren, you know, monk tank, and a lot of people they're not really too familiar on how to use it for tanking right now. So, you know, you can't really tell the guy like, you know, you're a noob or something like that. He's learning, and that's what this is all about. So there we go. So we'll take down some more of these into the next phase to kill some more. Alright, one more to go, and we're back on. And that is a pretty straightforward fight, just making sure you just keep DPSing down and all that, and keeping an eye on your health and everything like that. So, you know. Now he's almost dead here. I don't believe he does anything else that's too spectacular. So I'm going to be ending the video very shortly. I'm going to show you the loot, and then that'll be the end of this video. I hope you do enjoy this video and watch all my other videos, and like and subscribe and tell your friends and everything like that, because I'm putting a lot of time into this, and you know, I do this because I really enjoy doing it and building up my channel and building, you know, subscribers and helping the community out and all that stuff. I think we get him down here. I think he doesn't go immune one more time. I think this will be it. Let's see if we can take him out. Oh, starts doing a lot of damage, and there we go. He's down, and he drops 2 items, 2 Fort 10 items. There's a staff there, and there's some leather shoulders. So I can't use any of those things, but that's what they look like. Not very spectacular. Don't really like the shoulders that much. I just go ahead and roll on the disenchant items. You get the heavenly shards, and that's that. That's the end of the instance, and you just run back out, and that's the instance right there. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed doing the instance. I'm going to do a lot more of these, do some more leveling in the Jade Forest and all the other areas that come out, and report to you guys whenever I find something cool or interesting. And you know, I want this to be your #1 source for beta, and you know, come here and check this place daily, really, because I put out videos almost every other day on beta footage that's interesting, and I do have my WoW Wednesdays where I put out World of Warcraft stuff as well. So until next time, guys, see ya, and thanks. Oh, they want to invite me to the group. That way we can share and actually get this quest done. There he is. And let's throw this stuff at him. I don't know if that one-shots him or whatever. Here we go. We got 372 chests. No use to me. That's great. And go over here and we got another quest. Move. These things are so sensitive. There we go. So, if you guys have any experience on leveling extremely quickly, or maybe you've gotten to server first before, whatever the case may be, if you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to give me, go ahead and send me a message. I'm going to